So like one of the biggest clickbait things I've seen on YouTube lately is the amount of speed running to the end or going to the end in AI Minecraft. I know I said to make a follow-up video from my other Minecraft video of like my initial impressions, but I really just didn't care to make that. Maybe I'll include some footage at the end, but instead I want to see if it's actually possible to legitimately go to the end. The only footage I've seen that legitimately works is someone submitting a photo of the end and walking around in it before they got kind of pushed into the sky again, and So I'm going to first upload a photo and see if that works. I have 3 photos I'm going to briefly try, and then after those 3, I'm going to go straight to just trying to actually search for it legitimately, because uploading a photo, that's not really going to the end. And no, you can't just find an ender portal. Even if you find just a stronghold, it's too incomprehensible and just fades away, and you'll never find a portal room versus this just random photo of a portal in the middle of nowhere. Well, the portal actually existed, it just faded away. I'm gonna say that's a mission fail. Test 2 of this. Well, that's a great sign. This looks like the Enderman farms that are made of leaves out in the void. But personally, I don't think it knows how to render the end portal frames because the end portal frames are too scarce. So any footage submitted directly to the AI would just completely overlook it because it's such a niche, rare block. Yet again, you see those massive plains of like gold blocks. I don't know where the hell the AI is seeing gold blocks. So my last very boring one is just going to be the end portal. Or not the portal. Ah. What the hell? I'm electrifying. Oh, what? No, it was so good for a second. I mean, I saw the end, but I couldn't tell if that was just from my photo or what. I did see this thing where if you hold fireworks, the game interprets it as you have an elytra, so... Yeah, I mean, I seem to be electrifying. I mean, I could just totally be... No, I was flying. That's cool. And the Ender Dragon boss bar is still at the top of my screen. I'm going to try that again, because it deloaded too fast. I think it thought I was already flying. Okay, I am in the end. I mean, generally. I don't know... See, but then it just processes the end stone as sand, which is alarming, because I don't think there's enough footage of the end and its end stone to really exist as a dimension. It just fades away too fast. With this idea, I'm gonna just kind of try and get to the end. I'll give it like a solid hour of just like actually using concepts I believe genuinely work. There's a lot of clickbait of people going to like, oh, I see a stone brick. This is the stronghold. I'm at the end, but that's just not it. On the sidebar, it says in their Discord contest that one of the objectives is to punch the Ender Dragon, which I'm going to check their Discord, see if anyone's done it before, but I would not be surprised if it just has not happened yet. Thus begins my journey to the end.
3 hours later.
I really kind of want to cut this out and really make it real simple if I found the end or not. In short, my general strategy is going to be finding sand, yellow things, snow, because they all kind of merge together. I did see one video of someone creating endstone for about a split second, but because it was in passing and the endstone really didn't feasibly turn into anything, that was kind of where I got my first suspicion that the end isn't possible. I received a comment on the other video saying that digging straight down is a good strat for getting underground, which I think would help with the end and the least. But the problem is, this definitely is not going to work. The problem with digging straight down is that sometimes your character doesn't register that you're falling and doesn't really know how to interpret falling all the time. So you get stuck in these weird situations, like you just kind of fall into this. hell was that? Another thing I did in my other video is I reached black and I was like, oh, void. That'll be perfect for the end, but it doesn't really seem to do that. I do have this crazy lighting though. One thing I would do if I was permitting using uploads is I would 100% give myself a bunch of God tools and just stuff I think would help me, but in the spirit of my video, I'm not going to do that. That's a bat. I bet that's pretty hard to come by. This is going to converge to the yellow dimension, but it's still very cool. This is about where I saw someone derive endstone. The hard part about endstone is you actually come across it a lot. It's hard to see. It's just a rare transition between like a sand to snow or a yellow hay bale to honey. Like you don't commonly see it. And because there's not a lot of footage seeing it, it's hard to stabilize. And right here, I'll put a little video if I have the video of someone creating it and stabilizing it for a couple seconds. But it just eventually just faded away. One thing I don't get is this is a honeycomb block. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But these things aren't really something you just see, especially in this weird mass quantity. Oh, ruin portal. I think that was a ruin portal until it kind of transmutated. Now it looks like the Loch Ness monster. Personally, one thing I think that's probably really powerful if I could get it with the yellow is sandstone. Sandstone has a texture that is very similar to honeycomb and endstone. So I'm assuming if you put the two together, you probably have a decent chance of getting some endstone. Just even if you get it, I think it's probably easier to get just the Ender Dragon, assuming you can get enough like black cows kind of merged together. Like I think the hardest mobs to probably really get a good look at are Endermen, the Ender Dragon, and like Silverfish probably. One thing though is once you submit the upload your own with a boss bar on it, the boss bar stays even when you like kind of diverge from everything. I don't know what footage would have a boss bar still there on it, but it is something that is very interesting. With my knowledge of servers, though, the bar that actually I showed earlier in the video was orangish, I believe, which isn't either of the Wither or the Ender Dragon. Instead, that boss bar is used for like high pixel footage, mainly considering servers use custom boss bars to track, I don't know, really whatever the hell they want. Adverts, someone can join Hypixel and you'll see like an advert as the boss bar. There's lava if I wanted to go to the Nether. Nether is kind of trivial to me at this point though. It's pretty easy to get there. Plenty of footage of that around. And that was stone brick for a second. Green dimension. I don't even know if the game knows what this is. What the hell is happening? What the hell is this? In conclusion, there really is no way to get to the end. Although the clickbait is annoying, the drive for wanting to get to the end is very understandable because it is like the highlight of Minecraft as a conclusion. And if you really want to speed run AI Minecraft, you have to beat the game, but unfortunately beating the game just isn't possible. Well, I say it isn't possible, but it's technically possible, I guess, but the AI would basically need to interpret the video that it's already seen of the end directly into gameplay without external factors kind of shifting it into a desert or a random place in the middle of nowhere, whilst also allowing the Ender Dragon to have a flight path. understand hit registration and just a bunch of other things. It seems that even by itself, even if is portal material to jump into, that just eventually fades away. Strongholds are absolutely useless. Even if there was a way to get to the end, it would be through the augmentation of Endstone, but the game doesn't recognize Endstone. So really, if you want to consider beating the game as beating the Ender Dragon, you still cannot make it to the end. Not to be a buzzkill, but really any footage you see of the end out there is uploaded by the upload your own thing. I hope this video could give like a good explanation for why that is. Being optimistic about the future of AI Minecraft, I think it will eventually be possible for something like the end to exist once the AI is more refined or is given more data to work with. But for now, we will have people overshooting its capabilities for views.